done this before. We've discussed this. No ASMR. That's bad.
What is going on, Strasburg High? Welcome to episode 20 of the Silver Spike Podcast, celebrating the joining of the Transcontinental Railroad. We're your hosts. I'm Mitch.
I'm Jacob.
It is fantastic to have you here today. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2020. Hope you're all having a fabulous Monday and a fantastic start to your week. And yeah, so what sporting events and school events are going on this week?
Well, even though it's not on the calendar, I do know that boys basketball is still in the playoffs. So they're not quite out of it yet. They have a game sometime, somewhere. But the information on the school's calendar isn't updated, so neither are we. So just keep an ear out on like school announcements and stuff, and you'll be able to figure out when that is. Also, last week we had the Winterfest talent show on Wednesday. And everyone who was participating, y'all did really good. And then Keegan, who didn't participate but still ended up getting in the top 5, that was solid. I mean, those were some good backflips and stuff. And backflips and backflips and backflips. But anyways, and then the winner of the talent show was Ryan Boster on the electric guitar. You killed it. Good job. And so, yeah, that happened.
The camera's a little funny looking, so see if I can fix it right now. That could be a little better.
So for news this week, we have the 2020 election as usual and all the hustle and bustle about it. And there was a debate last week in South Carolina. So we have a bit of takeaways because a lot of people kind of have found the Democratic debates to be more comedy than actual content, with the candidates sometimes yelling at each other and kind of poking fun at the other candidates.
But then again, that was the last election too.
Yeah.
Trump versus Hillary was always fun to watch.
Alright, so what does this mean for 2020? So South Carolina was last week, and it was a very important debate for Joe Biden because he was very focused on the win because he didn't do well in the primaries in Iowa, New Hampshire, and Nevada.
Actually, he took second in Nevada, just behind Bernie Sanders.
So, if Biden didn't do well in Nevada, so he's still in the race, right?
Yeah, he's still in the
So if he
race.
doesn't do well in South Carolina, is he basically out of the race? Theoretically.
No, there's plenty of delegates left, but for most of the candidates, it's going to be Super Tuesday or March 3rd that's going to basically make or break people. And so, because there's a bunch of states, like I know Colorado is one of them, and they're going to do their primaries all on that day. And so, if you do not do well that day, you're basically out of it.
Yeah. So, he pretty much fought against Sanders, but it looks like Bernie Sanders won again.
Surprise.
Also, you may already know this, but Michael Bloomberg took a huge beating in Nevada and a lot of criticism from the other candidates. And so he did have it a bit easier in South Carolina, but still isn't popular among the Democratic voters still, even after that.
So basically, for the primaries, there is a rule that most states have to follow, that they can't have their they can't do their primaries before the date of March 3rd, with the exceptions being Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina. But what this means is that a lot of states, including Colorado, are going to be doing their primaries that day, and it's going to end up totaling over a third of the delegates available, or 1,344. So it's a big deal. And let's see. The states involved are going to be Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, and Virginia. So it's gonna be a big it's a pretty big deal. So you do bad on Super Tuesday, your race is over. You do well on Super Tuesday, and it's looking pretty good for the rest of the run. Of course, it isn't everything because it is only a third of the delegates, so there's still some wiggle room in there for you, but you need to do well if you want to have a chance.
Welcome to this week's edition of Pop News, where we talk about interesting stuff, events, and news that pops up in the news. So this year is a leap year. If you don't know what that is, it is basically every 4 years there is an extra day added to the month of February. So February has 28 days. In leap year, there are 29 days. And this year, last Saturday was leap year. And we had the 29th, which was on a Saturday. And some of you may know a lot about it. Some of you may know a little about it. So we are going to talk about some interesting facts about leap year that you may know or you may not know. So rule number 1, leap day happens every 4 years unless it doesn't.
Wait, what? When does it not?
Yeah. So it happens unless it doesn't, pretty much. The Salem witchcraft trials are connected to leap day. Do you know that? The witch trials?
Nope.
Salem witch trials? They're connected to
guys,
leap
let's
day.
go burning witches. Woo! No, the witch trials were bad.
Oh yeah. So it's rare to be born on leap day, but what about dying on leap day? Yeah. Only the Swedes and hobbits celebrate February 30th, which is not even on the calendar. There's no such thing as February 30th, but
Wait, so what do they do in Sweden?
they celebrate it.
Where does the extra day come from?
I don't know.
You might have a different system.
It was in The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits. They celebrate February 30th, and I guess the Swedish people do so too.
Maybe you can't just add a day in the year and then.
But J.R.R. Tolkien could, and he did.
Well, that's because it's a fictional world, but you know.
So maybe
There's a bit of a problem.
maybe-
When you have February 30th in Sweden and March 1st in the rest of the world. Like, where does the
Yeah.
where's the connection?
I don't know. There is an official leap day cocktail. It has 1 dash of lemon juice, 2/3 gin, 1/6 Grand Marnier, I think, and then 1/6 of sweet vermouth.
Try that at home, kids.
Substitute the alcohol with fruit juice. Celebrate Leap Day with travel deals and a rare French magazine.
Okay, that sounds like an ad.
Actually, it's not. There's actually a lot of travel deals on Leap Day because usually people don't travel on Leap Day, and some of the travel companies apparently say, you know what, we need people to travel. We'll also have some discounts, and if you do take the discount, then we'll also give you a magazine.
A rare French one, apparently.
Yeah. Leap year. Every 4 years. Fairly rare event, but it happens. And when it does happen, it really doesn't affect a whole lot of people because it's just an extra day. That's all we have for this week. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you. Really appreciate it. You know, the family's staying the same, so tell your friends, your teachers, your mom, your dad, other family members to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed Winterfest last week. Good luck, boys basketball. Hopefully we'll make it all the way to the state playoffs and hopefully eventually the state game. So yeah, hope you all have a fabulous week. And until then, remember to keep those grades up, and we will see you next time. Silver Spike, out.